Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NurNafisaHani and I am from SMK Srigari. It is an honor to be here on this magnificent day. Today, I would like to present a speech entitled Online Learning is the Way Forward. So, I want to ask you to lend your ears for a few minutes for us dive into this issue. Together, let's. Living through the harrowing COVID-19 pandemic has unraveled the foundation nations around the world had painstakingly built for years. Many of us suffered losses in a lot of areas. Progress made are still, and nobody came out unscathed. As students, we are also significantly affected. For us, online learning has emerged in part of traditional education. The very definition of education changed completely. On the surface, this seems to be a promising way to the future of education. But plenty of issues had led to the question, is online learning really the way forward? Thus, we need to take a closer look at this issue to understand the fundamental ways it has changed the way students learn. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start my speech by first stating the advantage of online learning. Lessons are more efficient as online learning offers teachers plenty of teaching aids to help them in delivering lessons. Examples of digital education teaching tools include videos, podcasts, websites, and software. Teachers can utilize all these tools to make their lessons more interesting and engaging. By extending the spectrum of the classroom beyond traditional textbooks to include online resources, teachers can become more efficient educators and students will be more flexible to adapt to the changes better. These digital education teaching tools that incorporate animations, games, GIFs, and audio into lessons can encourage students to take a more active role in learning. Another advantage of online learning is that it allows students to attend classes from any location of their choice. It also allows schools to reach out to a more extensive network of students instead of being restricted by geographical boundaries. In the local context, students that previously have trouble commuting to school or are spending precious hours of the day on the road can now attend their lessons from the comfort of their own homes. This, of course, has the added benefit of reducing our carbon footprints, and that is always a plus. Additionally, online lessons can be recorded, archived, and shared for future reference. This allows students to access the learning material at a time of their comfort, and there will be no issues of absentee. In short, online lessons offer students the accessibility of time and place in education that should be accessible in 21st century anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, now I will focus on the disadvantages of online learning. Firstly, for many students, one of the biggest challenges of online learning is the struggle with focusing on the screen for a long time. In the long run, this will cause many health issues for the students such as back pains and eye strain. With online learning, there is also a greater chance for students to be easily distracted by social media or other responsibilities like work or family. Therefore, the teachers must keep their online classes crisp, engaging, and interactive to help students stay focused on the lesson. Teachers should also consider adapting their materials and lessons for students that have to learn offline. Secondly, another key challenge of online classes is internet connectivity, and the obvious, not all students have access to electronic devices. While internet penetration has grown in leaps and bounds over the past few years, In smaller cities and rural areas, a consistent connection with decent speed is a problem. Without a good internet connection for students or teachers, there can be a lack of continuity in learning for the students. This is detrimental to the education process. As well, the lack of devices for online learning is creating a massive gap between the students from the B14 family background and their peers. As a matter of fact, 36.9% of students in Malaysia lack devices to access online learning. Those are left behind are called the lost generation, and they might not ever recover from this. In fact, they might suffer from this uneven footing for the rest of their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, I have laid out the pros and cons of online learning. Now, it is up to us to decide whether online learning is the way to go. If not, what can we do? Thank you all for listening. Goodbye.